The Battle of Panama on May 25th, Cosmic Era 71, was one of the biggest defeats of the entire war for the Earth Alliance. Not only had Zaft's new Gungnir weapon wiped out their brand new strike daggers, it also destroyed their last remaining mass driver. This meant that their space forces were now cut off from their ground forces. In today's episode of Gundam Lore, we're having a look at the Earth Alliance's scramble to secure a mass driver and how Orb and Edward Harrelson played an important role in this. The first mass driver that they tried to capture was the Kaguya mass driver located in Orb. Under the leadership of Murata Azrael, an Alliance fleet massed on Orb's borders and an ultimatum was sent. Either join the Alliance, and hence allow them to use the mass driver, or be branded as a planned supporter and face invasion. The first option was of course impossible for the neutral nation on principle, and so, exactly according to Azrael's plan, Orb rejected the ultimatum, and the Alliance began their attack.
Gihrenです。敵艦よりの巡航ミサイル発射を確認。
オーブ全軍迎撃開始せよ。
Even though the Alliance technically won the battle in the end, it was a fight without any real winners. From the Alliance's perspective, they had just wasted a large amount of resources on securing a mass driver that was destroyed at the end of the battle. And for Orb, it would be the beginning of the end of their strong stance on neutrality. Many neutralists either died during the fighting, died with the self-destruction of the mass driver, or joined the Three Ships Alliance to continue fighting the Earth Alliance. This then meant that those who did remain were more in favor of collaborating with the Earth Alliance. Some because they genuinely believed that it was the best course of action for Orb, but some for their own twisted ideals. As a result, on June 18th, a mere 2 days later, the Earth Alliance would begin the third battle of Victoria, and one of the main mobile suit teams partaking in this operation was under the leadership of Rondo Gina Sahake, the head of one of Orb's ruling families. And for this operation, Alliance pilot Edward Harrelson was under his command, nowadays better known as Ed the Ripper, a nickname that poor Edward wasn't really a fan of. One of the reasons he got it was that once as a fighter pilot, he sliced an AWACS Din in two with just his spearhead's wings. And the other reason was this battle. To make the most of his skills as a close combat specialist, Edward was assigned the brand new Sword Calamity for this battle. Although he was happy with this new powerful machine, he was also worried. Sure, the Calamity was a battle-proven unit, but his Sword Calamity was still just a test unit. A test unit that he would be taking into battle. Another thing that worried him was his commanding officer. Not only was he from Orb, but he was also quite strange.
I am your commander, Rondo Gina Sahaku. Harrelson, Sokius, your skills have already been proven. With your abilities, you don't need any particular orders. Fight however you please.
Is that kind of open-ended strategy a good idea, Commander Sahaku?
Only the incompetent require orders. You are different. At least, that is my present opinion.
Whoa, thank you, sir.
Anyway, simply eliminate any enemies you encounter.
However, Edward wasn't in a position to question his superiors or their orders. As a soldier, he just had to obey them. And so he launched, along with the rest of his team. Luckily for Edward, his new machine performed exactly as expected and was perfectly in sync with his fighting style. The battle went on without any major obstacles, and whatever Zaft machine he encountered, he cut down with ease. And with every mobile suit he struck down, oil splashed on his machine. And by the end of the battle, this caused his Sword Calamity to look as if it was covered in blood, resulting in the nickname Ed the Ripper. In the end, the battle was a giant success for the Earth Alliance. They got their mass driver, and it could also be considered the first major success of their brand new mobile suits, especially after the debacle of Panama and the failure of capturing Orb's mass driver. Now the stage was set for the Earth Alliance to begin undertaking more offensive operations to drive Zaft off of the Earth. This eventually culminated in Operation 8-8, the push on Zaft's final major base on Earth, Carpentaria. But that is a story for another time, so be sure to like and subscribe for more similar content in the future. Also, let me know down below what you thought of this Gundam Seed side story. For me, the mission itself was kinda meh to play through because it was kinda just chop down as many enemies as you can within the time limit. But story-wise, it was really cool to not just see the introduction of Edward's Sword Calamity, but also see some Orb collaboration going on behind the scenes. In a way, this kind of foreshadowed what would happen in Gundam Seed Destiny, and it also kind of reminded me of the situation with France in the Second World War, where you had the Free French, who would then kind of be the Three Ships Alliance, and Vichy France, who would then be Orb that stayed behind. Anyways, that's all for this video. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope all of you watching have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.